Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another fascinating episode of Timeless Sagas. Today, we're going to travel back in time and venture into the story of one of the most revolutionary inventions that changed the course of human history, the automobile. Oh yes, we're talking about the marvelous machine that lets you zip from point A to point B in the blink of an eye. So, buckle up, and let's dive into the epic tale of the invention of the car. Now, as with many great inventions, the automobile's origin story is not without its twists and turns. The plot thickens even before the first car was ever built. You see, our tale begins in the 17th century, that's right, the 1600s. Back then, a curious Frenchman named Ferdinand Verbiest began dreaming of a world where horse-drawn carriages were replaced by self-propelled machines. As a Jesuit missionary stationed in China, Ferdinand had plenty of time to tinker, and tinker he did. He designed a steam-powered vehicle around 1672, but alas, it was merely a toy for the Chinese emperor, far too small for a human to ride. Fast forward a century, and the story takes us to another Frenchman, Nicolas Joseph Cugnot. In 1769, Cugnot built a steam-powered tricycle that could carry passengers, but it wasn't exactly a smooth ride. Picture this, the contraption moved at a snail's pace of 2.25 miles per hour and needed to stop every 15 minutes to build up steam. Talk about a bumpy ride. Nevertheless, the idea of a self-propelled vehicle had been planted and would only grow from there. But wait, there's more. Our journey now takes us to England in the early 19th century, where the steam engine was all the rage. Inventors like Richard Trevithick and George Stephenson were working on steam-powered locomotives for railways, but a man named Sir Goldsworthy Gurney thought, hey, why not apply this technology to road vehicles? Thus, in 1827, Gurney built the Gurney steam carriage, which could carry up to 20 passengers. However, the steam carriage faced numerous challenges, including harsh regulations and public skepticism. The idea of steam-powered road vehicles eventually fizzled out, but it laid the groundwork for something even greater. Now, allow me to introduce you to the man who truly kick-started the automobile revolution, Carl Benz. This German engineer was an ambitious dreamer who believed in the power of internal combustion engines. Working tirelessly in his workshop, Benz developed the Benz patent motorwagen in 1885. This three-wheeled contraption was powered by a single-cylinder gasoline engine, and it could reach a top speed of 10 miles per hour. Oh, how times have changed. Benz's invention marked the beginning of the modern automobile era, but the story doesn't end there. Remember, this is an epic tale. Enter Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach, two other German engineers who were also tinkering with gasoline engines. In 1886, they built a four-wheeled automobile known as the Daimler Motor Carriage. This innovative duo would later found the Daimler Motoren Gesellschaft Company, which would eventually become part of the iconic Mercedes-Benz brand. Now, the race was on. Inventors and engineers across Europe and America were inspired to create their own versions of the automobile. And boy, did they! From the 1890s to the early 1900s, we saw an explosion of creativity and innovation. In France, brothers Edouard and André Michelin introduced the pneumatic tire, which made for a much smoother ride. Meanwhile, in the United States, the legendary Henry Ford was hard at work developing his own automobiles. Of course, we can't talk about the automobile's history without mentioning the iconic Ford Model T launched in 1908. This mass-produced car made automobile ownership a reality for the average person. The Model T's affordability and reliability were game changers, and the automobile industry would never be the same. However, the story doesn't end with the Model T. The automobile has continued to evolve over the years, with new technologies and designs constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. From electric vehicles to self-driving cars, the automobile has come a long way since the days of steam-powered tricycles and slow-moving carriages. So, there you have it, the epic tale of the invention of the car. It's a story filled with dreamers, tinkerers, and risk-takers, all of whom contributed to the automobile's evolution. Today, we can zip around in our cars, enjoying the freedom and convenience that these amazing machines provide, all thanks to the visionaries who dared to dream and the engineers who turned those dreams into reality. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of the automobile. I hope you enjoyed our ride through time, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Timeless Sagas for more captivating stories from the annals of human history. Until next time, stay curious, and keep exploring the incredible tales that make our past so wonderfully timeless.